Revenim la ZFLive. We'll switch to English. We discuss have a visit. We have a honor to receive a visit of one of most powerful CEO in the world of executive search, Mr. Çağrı ALKAYA, Global Chairman of Stanton Chase and Managing Partner UK. Welcome to our show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
There is a usual visit of a local office here.
I try to visit most of our offices regularly, but in this case we are having a regional meeting in Romania. So we have these global meetings, and between global meetings we sometimes have regional meetings based on the location of the global meetings. Mm-hmm. So this time we decided we should meet in Romania. Mm-hmm. It was 20 years ago last time we had a regional
lot of changes,
Europe, Middle East, Africa meeting. Yes, lots of changes, lots of positive changes. Therefore, we are actually at this moment we are having our Europe, Middle East, Africa partners meeting. Mm-hmm.
In Bucharest.
In Bucharest.
This is a signal that Bucharest is an important office for the company. If
Absolutely.
You decide to put here this meeting.
Absolutely, and it's also the 20th year anniversary of our Bucharest office. Mm-hmm. So our Bucharest office was established in 2005. Actually, that Bucharest office was the first office I had visited when I joined Stanton Chase 20 years ago. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Do you remember something from that period?
I remember how Stanton Chase has changed. It's quite visible, and it's also an interesting day because the person who introduced me to Stanton Chase and our managing partner, Marius Preco, to Stanton Chase, is retiring, and this is also his last meeting. Mm-hmm. It's the first meeting for several consultants. So it shows it shows us how far we came in the last 20 years. Our office in Bucharest is a very successful one at the moment, delivering all services within our scope, from board advisory to executive search. So yes, Romania and Bucharest is a very important market for us, and we have a very successful office here in Bucharest.
Good. If we compare with what happened, what we have 20 years ago, but our perception is now that in the last, I don't know, 2 or 3 years, FDI stopped. How you see the interest of foreign investor for Romania? The war in Ukraine affected this interest. How you see now the situation?
I think investors are looking for exciting markets to invest in, but together with prospects, I think they care a lot about stability. Therefore, I mean, looking at the process that Romania have gone through in the past years, I think it's in a good place now. I understand that there's a list of reforms and transformation planned, and that's always a good story for international investment, foreign direct investment. I think especially completing what the country has started in terms of financial reforms and transformation on organizational and governance effectiveness. I think carrying that forward, Romania could actually be an exciting destination for foreign investment. Obviously, it sits in a very important place in terms of both European economy and geopolitics. So there's lots of reasons to be interested and keep an eye on Romania.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So you follow what Romanian government do these months, and how he tried to keep the finance in a good shape. It's important also for a company like you, no?
It is very important, and actually it's part of what we do in a more private sense, mm-hmm. And also for our clients. Yep, everything starts with governance at the end of the day, mm-hmm. And we're keeping an eye, but obviously the level of my information would be knowledge would be a little shallow since I'm responsible for 45 countries. I know a bit about each.
How many? For how many?
45.
45.
45.
45. But including Occidental country, not Europe, Western Europe country. If we look
globally 45.
Yeah, we will look at general situation of not only in Romania but also in Western country. How you see now? What are the driving forces for the market of executive search in the time of slow growth? Because we have in the last year slow growth, so maybe not so many changes in companies, or company are struggled in a bit with profitability, with sales. What changes are in for your market who comes from this situation?
It's a constant game. It never stops. So there are different challenges at times of growth, and there are different challenges at times of stagnation. There are different challenges in terms of consolidation. In times of consolidation. So that's why we provide almost all range of leadership advisory services, from board advisory and assessment to executive search. So companies need different elements of our service offerings at different times. But referring specifically to your question, I think today the game is more an effectiveness game, and to be able to effective and survive and even grow in challenging times like this, you have to improve your governance, you have to improve your strategy, and also you have to improve how your strategy is delivered, which means you have to improve and help excel your leaders. So at times like this, everyone needs to do a bit more and a bit better.
So tough times create tough leaders, no?
True.
Needs tough leaders.
True. And for any leader, no matter where they are leading, it's a game of continuous growth and continuous challenge. Like.
But what you can say about the profile of the new profile needed of executive CEO CEO in this new context of economic context, volatility, tariff, commercial wars. What change in the profile? What changes are needed? I don't know. Maybe companies ask Mr. ALKAYA, we need a tough guy, with someone who go to the mountains in weekends, not people who read books now, because it's a commercial world. I don't know. How you see?
I see what you mean, and this was coming for a long time, but I think today the importance of agility and adaptability is more important than ever.
Every day Trump come with new tariff, with new idea.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be ready for anything, and all the time. It is stressful, but it makes you grow, and it makes you challenge yourself and expand your skills and abilities. And this used to be quite regional. So you would see these types of executives, let's say in South America, executives are used to high inflation, frequent economic crisis, volatility. So like World Bank, IMF, when there was a crisis in Turkey, they would send their executives in Argentina or Brazil, saying like, these people are experienced, so we're sending them to this new economic war zone. Now the entire world is like that. So I think this was most challenging for executives in the Western world, in mature markets. In developing markets, executives were always a little more agile, a little more adaptable, and could operate in times of uncertainty. Now, any leader in any industry has to be very agile, flexible, adaptable, and able to go with the flow while keeping track of strategy. It's not easy, obviously. It's a special skill set. And some are adapting, some are not. That's the fact.
So adaptability is the new word in town. Look, you mentioned something about the need of leadership also in public sector, also in private sector. But a lot of people say that there is a lack of leadership in politics in Europe in the last 10 years. It is the case also for business. What do you think? We don't have maybe enough powerful guys, powerful people in the who run Europe, for example. What do you think? Because I ask this because you have a global perspective.
True. I mean, it's not possible to make a generalization in that sense, but I think it's quite an important and interesting point and rather ignored. I think private sector has a lot that they could learn from public sector, but public sector probably has more that they could learn from private sector. Well, that's my very personal view, is that no one in public sector should have pure public sector experience. I think people should start in commercial environments and then move on to public sector. But that's my personal view. And very few people do that, and there are very few people like that.
To have an exchange. But you know, in Romania, even this time, there is a huge debate about the profile of CEOs of state company, public company. But also, a lot of people has critics. They are weak. They are too much paid for a performance not so high. But also, Western country has state company or influenced by the state, like Renault, for example, or I don't know, a lot of company. From your experience, what they do differently in order to find the right people? What kind of principle we had to apply also for our big company? Because we have some, I don't know, more than 500 million, maybe 10 or 20 state company, and we need strong, I don't know, competent. What will be, how you see the things, what they do differently in France, in Germany, to choose right people for the public company?
True. Well, every company has an owner at the end of the day. We're talking about state-owned companies, owned by state, but that means they're owned by the people, actually. And private companies as shareholders. I think the world is not that different. Their world is not that different in principle. So all companies are at the end of the day, are responsible to their shareholders. The shareholders could be a few people, a family. The shareholders could be thousands of people, millions of people for public companies. And then for state-owned companies, shareholders are the people of that country. Therefore, I think state-owned companies should have a better understanding of accountability, and also should be operated as private companies are operated in principle, because at the end of the day, they compete with private companies.
Yes. Let's back a bit to business. How is business in this year? It's on growth. You have growth in. From which area comes the last mandates, for example?
Leadership advisory is growing.
Leadership advisory.
Leadership advisory, which also includes board advisory. In our case.
Yeah.
Projects like organizational effectiveness, board effectiveness, leadership development, leadership assessment. That's growing, especially this year. If we analyze the performance this year, first quarter was quite tough, was quite challenging. Second quarter was a little better, but starting from the beginning of Q3, we started seeing improvements.
Yeah.
I'm cautiously optimistic.
Double-digit growth or single-digit?
No, we won't be able to reach double-digit growth, it seems, this year. But we'll be close to that.
In Romania, how you see, if we compare Romania with Poland, Hungary, Portugal, 20 years ago we was behind a lot of this country, no? Hungary, Poland. Now, how you see in terms of business, how many times provide Poland now or Hungary than Romania in terms of business for you?
I can't favor or point out or compete our offices.
Okay.
But all I can say is like our Romanian office is doing a great job. And actually in most of the CEE region, Central Eastern Europe region, we are quite strong and our offices like work in great harmony and collaboration. But Romanian office, I think, exceeded the expectations when you compare with 20 years ago. I think in our office league table, of course, I'm not going to go into any further detail, but Romania is in a better spot than it was expected to be.
Okay. In this year in Romania, what kind of project, or maybe you know, or I don't know, maybe you. Having 45 markets, you don't know by far but maybe some dynamics you.
Okay, executive search is still the core part of our.
And in which area do you have mandate in Romania, for example?
Technology, life sciences, industrial, consumer, a few financial services assignments as well. So that's executive search, still the core part of our business.
Yeah.
But this year we also have quite a few really exciting executive development projects, which is also particularly a point of interest for me. Like
it's more and more important this part of business, this consultancy.
It is because we connect the dots actually. That's what we do. So we try to help companies bridge the gap between strategy and execution. And that means helping them improve their governance, helping them improve their organization, helping them improve their leadership.
Okay.
And sometimes this is helping them appoint a new executive, sometimes helping them with their succession planning, and doing a leadership assessment for their senior leadership, and helping them working on their bench for future leaders. Sometimes it's helping them develop those leaders who are sitting at the bench to become the next C-suite executives.
The objective is important. Maybe to have a new CEO, it's only one part of the solution.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, the objective is always better business results.
Yeah, better business, yeah. And you, by different... speaking a bit about Romanian manager and profile of CEO, do you see often Romanian manager looking for CEO position in Europe? How to prepare for that? How we can prepare? How, I don't know, maybe also by our newspaper to push our manager to look more for a position in Europe. What you can say about that?
I pretty much.
And you maybe you can have a role for that to give them this a bit of boldness.
Exactly, and like I have a generic answer to this question because I'm asked this question pretty much everywhere I go. Sometimes the generic answer applies to everyone, but sometimes it doesn't. So a few months back, I was in India. I was asked the same question.
Okay.
How do you evaluate the global leadership potential and performance of Indian executives? So that's a specific
They
case.
are very good. They are to the top of Microsoft, no?
They are.
In India.
They are. I mean, they've got their own challenges. Everyone
Okay.
has their own challenges. But the key is, I think, positioning yourself as a global executive. So there's no such thing as a Romanian executive, Indian executive, American executive, Turkish executive.
Good.
I think to be able to reach that point, you have to, if you want to be a global executive, you have to start by thinking of yourself as a global executive.
That was functioning in your case, huh? From
I hope so. I hope so.
Okay.
And the key is diversity, meaning diversity of experience. I think any executive should seek for and catch those opportunities to expand their vision, expand their perception, learn new skills, do cross-functional assignments. If they see an interesting project in the company that the organization is looking for candidates,
go
and go there. Like don't and even with functional experience and expertise, the broader, the more connected with all different parts of the organization, the better. And also executives like Romania or Central Eastern Europe in general or emerging markets, when they get a chance to have an experience in mature markets, larger markets as well, then they equip themselves with very special skills because they can connect the world of mature markets and emerging markets, and that's an important skill.
I don't know how many Romanian executives want or looking for a job directly, not in his company, but directly to take a job. I don't know. He is in Bucharest to look to Vienna or Berlin, because we speak a lot about the circulation of goods and in European Union. Draghi report needs a more unified Europe. Also, if you compare US and America and Europe in terms of circulation of CEO, I don't know if there is an indicator, but maybe, I don't know, maybe it's 10 times lower than in US. Because in US, today you are in New York, tomorrow you are in Seattle, and so on.
Exactly, no? Exactly. Very rightly pointed out.
What we can do in Europe for a bigger circulation of executive in between countries? And
I mean, the earlier an executive starts attempting that, the better. It gets harder the higher up you are. So for a very senior executive who's been in Romania only for 30 years, it's then difficult to find the international global opportunity outside of their company. And as you said, like, we shouldn't think laterally, like you
broke the fences.
Like going to Vienna, finding a new assignment in Vienna doesn't mean you'll continue to live in Vienna till the end of your professional career. Like do Vienna for 3 years and then seek something for Southern Europe, for instance, and come back to Romania. Again, I'm pointing out to diversity because the more diversity you have, the more cultures, different cultures you meet. Also, business cases. Another factor within diversity is the type of business cases an executive faces. So, do one transformation, try to do one growth, and then maybe try to lead an organization who runs an efficiency project. So diversity in terms of geography, obviously, is quite important. That comes with culture. Diversity of functional skills. And also diversity of business cases experienced. That's also important.
Very good point. Speaking about geographically, in long term, you see that market, UK and United States. You live in UK, in London.
That's right.
UK and United States. Europe here or Europe with UK? How you see the? Because after Brexit and what you can. How you can?
That's a difficult question for me to answer objectively because I obviously have my own thoughts about this. But it's different.
We want your thought.
Some organizations cannot put UK anywhere, so UK is like they have clusters. They have Central Eastern Europe, Western Europe, and Nordics, and then they have UK.
Yeah.
Just by itself.
Yeah.
Some cluster UK with Nordics now.
Yeah.
Especially I see that in technology companies, UK and Nordics.
Yeah.
I mean, UK is still a gateway for US companies, but not as much as it used to be. Now they have different gateways. So a US company, when it wants to expand to Europe, across the ocean, they might also go directly to Amsterdam and set up their European business in Amsterdam. But for most of the American companies, it used to be UK. That's right. Not anymore. UK is one of the options. So UK is pretty much alone in there. Like, you can also
and the rest of the world.
You can also see it in organizational clusters, but I think that there's a will and eagerness to get closer to Europe. Some of those are successful attempts. Some
UK
not.
has the money and the services, and Europe has the industry. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the US technology.
I believe they'll eventually get closer.
Yeah.
I hope they'll eventually get closer.
Well, last words. How you see the global economy? Because we have growth coming from new power from China, India, high level of growth. Western Europe, it's a bit how we already discussed. For a country like Romania, we can keep our pace of growth in the next 10 years, 20 years. We need to be almost equally with the developed world, or will be a bit of struggle years. What do you say? Because in the last 10 years we doubled our GDP. The things was very good. How you see from the world perception, from your chair from London, regarding all these more than 40 countries, how you are more optimistic or more, I don't know, more challenges you see in the next years?
I see lots of challenges, obviously, but my job is to be optimistic. And I'm lucky because my nature is optimistic, so I'm not struggling that much to be optimistic. Sometimes stories are you need a story. You always need a story. Sometimes this could be strategic, long term. Sometimes it could be based on events. So, for instance, you mentioned transformation and state-owned enterprises. That is something that could be part of a story. But it needs to be sustainable and complemented with other steps that would support the story. So, you were asking about state-owned enterprises. I think board governance is a very critical place to start with. And if Romania, for instance, was able to demonstrate what a successful job they did in transforming state-owned enterprises to world-class management practices, that would attract interest. And also creative industries and technology. I mean, UiPath was an excellent example of that. For instance, we worked with them in their early days, and we're happy to be a part of their success.
We need more. Another 99.
I'm a little disappointed in them because, like, I think that their plan was to do their IPO in London. Then they chose New York.
It was a very, very good story for Romanian economy.
I'm sure. So, like stories like that, you have examples.
So
you also have quite a few examples in creative industries. For instance,
so
media.
build your story. This is the message. No, build your story. Make your story to happen, and we'll be okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you
for your interview. Domnilor și domnilor, aceasta a fost ediția de astăzi a ZF Live. Vă urez o zi profitabilă în continuare. La revedere!
Știu ce spun.
Angajații de la finanțe protestează față de măsurile de austeritate. El a fost votat, dar
Acum e vina românului.
E vină. Și e reacție.
Știu ce te interesează. Uite cum arde toată Europa și la propriu și la figurat.
Niște fenomene naturale.
Mor oameni în fiecare an. Decesele cauzate de poluare.
Știu cum să te fac curios.
A apărut telefonul care te scapă de telefon. Nu se poate face chestia asta și ca să te ajute să slăbești ceva invizibil.
Nu te mai duci la cumpărături, nu mai bagi în frigider, e gol tot timpul, e ca la fot.
Știu cum să te emoționezi.
Zeci de pompieri români vor fi în Franța timp de o lună în cadrul unui program european dedicat controlului incendiilor de vegetație.
Știu să convin. Italienii se plâng că le pleacă românii din țară și că îi lasă fără forță de muncă. Au început să ne ducă dorul.
Știi de ce?
Erau mai muncitori.
Pentru că românii, da, sunt destul de cuminți. După o săptămână începeți să vorbiți cu mâna și după 3 luni nu mai știți româna.
Știu să câștig.
Extraordinar de bine.
Știu, deci știu.